Hey, what's up, YouTube? Bronze Wolf Alchemist coming in with another report. Today we're gonna go over the coronavirus. That seems to be in a lot of people's, on a lot of people's minds, concerns, and I'm just gonna go over 5 facts that you should know about the coronavirus before you freak out. We're gonna start with fact one. People of Asian descent, including Chinese Americans, are not more likely to catch the coronavirus, which I'm pretty sure people know that, but there have been some discrimination and some freakouts of being scared of people that were of Asian descent, which is crazy. It's not like that. I mean, yes, if they came from China, maybe, like actually traveled, seeing family or something, maybe be concerned, but please don't treat anybody else different just based upon that. That's just keep that in mind. Fact two, people who have been in close contact with the person known to have the coronavirus, or people who live in or have recently been in areas with the ongoing spread, are at an increased risk of exposure, which I'm pretty sure we all know that. If you know someone that's been somewhere, maybe stay away from them and maybe let them know, hey, maybe go get tested, just in case. That's what I would do, but try to be nice about it. Fact three, uh, someone who has completed a quarantine or has been released from isolation does not pose a risk of infection to other people, which, again, I would hope they did their job right and check that out. And I'm sure if they passed it and they're good, then they don't have it. So don't treat them differently. I mean, it's just common sense. Fact four, some of the symptoms, which a lot of these symptoms are common with every other sickness, so it's kind of hard to tell if you have it. Fever, cough, shortness of breath. Um, Seek medical advice if you really feel like you have it, especially with the shortness of breath, because that's the big thing. That's really what's killing people. Uh, just know if you're not showing them symptoms, don't go to the hospital. Don't back them up. This fear mongering's going on and people are freaking out. It's probably not that. I mean, this is the season where everybody gets sick. It's going from hot to cold to hot to, it feels great out. It's really 50 degrees out, but people are going out there without jackets. Just keep that in mind. If you really feel like you have it, go. Definitely go. But if it's one of those things like, oh man, I got a fever, and that's it, just wait it out a little bit. And a lot of the people that I've heard are more likely to catch it are probably the people with the lower immune systems, like the older people, or people that just have lower immune systems. I would assume anybody that's taken antibiotics, because that does kill a lot of your probiotics, which helps fight off that stuff. I would say young children, especially if they have asthma, because it's a respiratory thing, definitely worry about that. I know I have two young boys that have asthma, and that really scares me. I would say definitely be more concerned than. I'm kind of hoping that they close down the schools for that reason. Even though my youngest doesn't go, it's the older one. All he has to do is bring it back. It's so contagious. I've heard it's like 20 to 30 times more contagious than the flu, and that's the issue. Is it's spreading like a wildfire. You come into contact with it, you got it more than likely. But like I said, please don't panic. It's not as big of a deal as everybody else is making it. Hopefully, we don't turn into China. Hopefully, they don't, cause a martial law to happen where no one's allowed out and they say it's for our benefit. I mean, there's a lot of people asking, is it the government made? I could see it. Why not? But then again, be prepared, and just do your part. This goes into fact five. Just make sure you wash your hands for about 20 seconds. Clean them. When you blow your nose, blow into a tissue, wash your hands. If you cough, wash your hands. Don't touch someone, with nasty hands. Sometimes you can't help it, but just don't do it. Make sure you wash your hands before you eat food. It's just common, very easy stuff that we should know about. Especially if you grew up in the 90s. It was the rage for the teachers to tell us about shigellosis, which I don't know what that is, but it used to scare me. I used to wash my hands constantly. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at my hands now. They're dry as heck. even with lotion. But avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands, which I think that goes without saying. Just don't do it. If you're sick, just stay home. Don't go to work that day. I'm sure almost every company right now understands don't bring it here for that risk. So if you're sick, just stay home, and don't play the sick card like, oh, I'm sick, and try to get a sick day. Just honestly stay home if you're honestly sick. Get better. Cover your cough or your sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Common. This is just, honestly, they're making it out to be a plague, and I guess it is whenever it's, you can catch it that fast, but just don't freak out, don't panic, don't go to the stores and buy up all the toilet paper and all the water and freak out like it's the apocalypse. Just, it's not that bad. As long as we can quarantine the people that have it, and as long as we stay to ourselves and we wash our hands and do the proper, hygienic things, we should be good. We should be good to go. But this is more of like a news report I wanted to do. Uh, one of the people that were watching my views sent me a message that he would like to, hear some news, and I figured this is one of the big things from the CDC, which, is what it is. But like I said, I don't think it's too big of a concern right now, and just do what you've always done to be a clean person. But all right, this Franz Wolf out.